Hello everyone, welcome to MESS e-learning channel. In this lecture, we are going to solve a problem based on projection of lines. So here is the question. The question reads, the top view and the front view of a line AB 70 mm long measures 55 mm and 60 mm respectively. Draw its projections if end A is 15 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. Determine its inclinations with HP and VP. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll write the given. So here, for the given part, I'll write my given point here. So what do we have? I have the first line says the top view and the front view of line AB 70 mm long. So line AB is 70 mm long. So that is our true length. 70 mm. Then it is said top view and front view of a line which is 70 mm long measures 55 mm and 60 mm respectively. So this is already our true length, and these two distance 55 mm and 60 mm should be then for top view and front view. So let's say this is my top view equals 55 mm respectively, and my front view here is 60 mm. Now the next line, it says draw its projection if end A is 15 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. If I denote that is 15 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP, this is for the first angle projection. So our question would be in first angle. I mean the end A should be in first quadrant. So this is 15 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. So, and also in first quadrant, this is the HP condition, so this would be A dash and this would be A. As this is the front view, we'll write all the front view lines with denoting by dash, and this should be plain. Now the last is determine the inclinations with HP and VP. So inclinations with HP and VP is theta and phi. These are our find. Now let's move on to the solving part of the problem. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll draw a straight line or horizontal line which will be our reference line. Now I know that my point A dash from line AB, A is given, that is 15 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. So I'll draw that. So let's say this is my 15 mm above and 20 mm in front of VP. As we have two lines, I'll draw the locuses for the same. So these are the locuses. So this is my A dash and this is my A. So I'll write the dimensions for this. So this is our 15 mm and this is 20 mm. Now the next data, first of all what we are doing is we'll write the given data, we'll put the given data into the solution, and then we'll find out whatever is not given to us. So here I have true length, but we can't mark our true length directly because we don't have the corresponding angle or we don't have the location also. So then the next given part is top view and front view. So the top view is also called as the plan length, or is also called as plan, and the plan length and the top view length is always equal. and the front view would be the elevation. So as we know that the plan length is on the locus of this line, that is the A dash, and our plan length is on the locus of A. So I'll mark my plan length and elevation length accordingly. So on A dash I'll mark my elevation. So my elevation is 60. So I'll mark 60 here, and I'll mark 55 here. So this is my elevation length and this is my plan length. So now as I have this point, now my next step is to find where my true length should be placed. So as we know that whenever I have the true length of top view, if I drop this line, I would get my true length of top view. If I drop this line, I would get my elevation length, and then on rotating elevation length, I'll get my front view. Similarly, from true length of front view, if I drop that, I would get my plan length, and if I rotate the same line, I would get my top view. Now I have EL and PL here. So let us go to the EL. So this is my EL point. So if I drop my EL, I would get my true length of top view, and as this is the first quadrant problem, my top view should be below XY line. So I'll drop the line below XY. All the lines, these lines should be light, and as I have already dropped my line for true length of top view, now I can mark my top view onto this line. So I'll measure top view, true length of top view, that is 70 mm. So this is 70 mm on my compass. So and A point is for the top view. So I'll take this pointer here, I'll keep my pointer on A, and I'll mark the distance on the dropped line, that is EL. So this would be my point, and I would join this line till here. So once I have this line, this is my first point. So this is the true length. So I'll name it as, this is A, so this would be B2. And once you get the point, what we should do is we should draw our locus line. So this would be my locus of B. Now the next part. Now next I have is my PL. So while dropping my PL, I would get true length of front view. So as I have my PL here, I would drop that up because I am going to get my true length of front view above XY line. So I'll drop it up, and then taking the same measurement on my compass, that is of true length, I'll mark it on the line dropped from PL. So this is my line point here. So I'll join them to the front view, and this point should be my A dash B1 dash. And once you get your first point for front view, we should draw locus, and this would be my locus for locus of B dash. So now we have both the locuses for the front view as well as the top view. Now we have completed up till here. Now we have to find front view and top view exactly. So as we know that the EL and front view are the same length and PL and top view are the same length, on rotating each of the one of them we would get the other distance. So EL we have here and PL I have here. So I'll rotate them to get my front view and top view. So this is my EL. So take that distance on your compass, that is of EL, and rotate it to the front view, because on rotating EL I am going to get front view and a front view is on this line. So I'll rotate that and I would get my point for front view. Join those lines. So this is A dash and B dash. This is my front view, this is my true length. Then similarly I have my PL here, I have my PL here. So on rotating PL I would get my top view. Join them and this is my top view, this is my true length. Okay, so we have all the dimensions marked now. So this angle is theta and this angle is phi. This is what we have to find in the question. And this angle is called as alpha and this angle is beta. So whichever angle we have to find according to the question, we have to measure that and write. So now I'll measure this. Okay, so our theta here, if you see here, that is, this is 35, 36 and 37. So our theta, I'll write my answer here. So my theta would be 37 degrees and my phi is 37 degrees also. Okay, so this is not 37, this is 32 degrees. So this is the complete solution for the question. Thank you, hope you understand.